Welcome to the GTP. My name is Scott and we're going through my top 20 most anticipated physical manga releases in English for 2023. And this is actually part 2 of this video. We're going to be counting down through number 10 to 1 of my most anticipated releases. Click the eye in the top right hand corner if you'd like to check out part 1 where you can see numbers 20 through 11 of most anticipated series. Coming in at number 10 is Innocent Omnibus from Dark Horse. The story takes place during the French Revolution, telling the story of another protagonist of the time. Now this story came out in 9 volumes in Japan, meaning that we should be able to receive this whole series in just 3 omnibuses. Now one reason why I'm really excited for this series, not only because I heard it's a good story, but it's by the same author of another most coveted, pleaded for manga to come out in English, and that is called The Climber. And it's actually one that I would not be surprised if we get an announcement before the end of the year will be finally coming over in English. So because of that, I hope the sales do well of Innocent, even though I don't think it's coming out till November this year. My hope, as there's more exposure for this author in the United States, that someone out there, a publisher, will be able to somehow bring over The Climber over in English as well. Coming in at number 9 is Goodbye Eerie. Now this one I'm actually not going to read the synopsis, as I feel that alone might be a little bit of a spoiler. Now this one shot did come out last year on the Viz Media app, so if you can't wait for the physical release you can read it there, but it's one that I'm going to wait, as I do prefer to read things physically. And for only 1 volume, can't really go wrong, and it's in the top 50 of best stories ranked on my anime list, so take that with a bit of a grain of salt. So that's why this made my number 9, Goodbye Eerie. Coming in at number 8 is apparently Disillusioned Adventurers Will Save the World. Veteran adventurer Nick's life is falling apart. Despite all the knowledge and expertise he's devoted to his adventuring party, his respected leader kicked him out, his girlfriend dumped him, and his teammates shamelessly accused him of embezzlement. Tired, heartbroken, and looking for a drink, Nick's chances upon a few kindred spirits who are jaded as he is. Together, these disillusioned adventurers form an unstoppable team out to save their bleak, depressing world. Now, I was actually at the Yen Press panel when this story was first announced. I just got so excited. You see, I do like isekai stories, and this is isekai-ish, and it just had the feeling of following a story kind of like a JRPG video game. And growing up, I love JRPGs, so because I see it's going to make fun of that trope, because it has some of that isekai feelings, I feel like it's just scratching a special itch, and I do enjoy other stories in that same vein. So that's why this has made my number 8. Now coming in at number 7 is Homunculus Omnibus. At age 34, living out in his car, between spending his days with the homeless and his nights in his vehicle, he has little to his name, but not so little that he'll agree to be the subject of a scientific experiment. An unnerving medical student is stalking him and offering to give him money, a significant sum, for a test. The ability to draw out a 6th sense by drilling into the skull. Now this series is coming in 2-in-1 volumes, and I believe there's going to be 5 total for this series. Now when this was first announced, people went wild. So I'm joining that hype train. I purposely kept spoilers at a minimum. I don't know a whole lot, but I have heard so many people say this is a phenomenal story. So as I jump on that hype train myself, I'm looking forward to finding out why people love this story so much. Now coming in at number 6 is Honey Lemon Soda. For 15-year-old Uka, middle school was the toughest experience she lived through. She was dubbed Stone due to always freezing up in front of other people and was endlessly bullied as a result. Now in high school, she has a chance for a fresh start and to improve herself. But during her first week, she is accidentally soaked in juice by her classmate, a flashy guy with lemon-colored hair. Now this is a shoujo series and it's a high school romance, and I do enjoy high school romance stories. My only hesitation is that there's currently 21 volumes in Japan. So because that's going to be a bit of an investment, the first volume is actually out now. Hopefully I'll get that volume soon, but I have a feeling this is just going to be a great story, as so many people have shared how much they enjoyed this shoujo story. So because of that, that's why I placed here Honey Lemon Soda. Alright, we are halfway through the top 10 and most anticipated releases. If you've enjoyed this video so far, would you mind smashing that like button? Now let's go ahead and dive into number 5, Welcome to Demon School. Iruma has always been eager to please, even at the cost of his well-being. Worse yet, he's a son of 2 selfish parents who end up selling him to a demon. Thanks to their total irresponsible actions, he has found himself living in the netherworld, where he must live and attend school as the grandson of an older demon. One thing I don't share with too many people is I actually have a hidden list of what are my most anticipated manga I'd love to see in English, and this series was actually in my top 5. So because of that, it made my number 5 spot. I'm so excited to finally get my hands on this story and glad it's coming out in English this April. Now coming in at number 4 is Do Not Say Mystery. Average college student, usual morning, making curry gets interrupted when police officers come knocking at his door, questioning him about his whereabouts on the night before. As it turns out, one of his classmates was found dead near his school, and the police take him to the station as a prime suspect for murder. This series was also on my most wanted list. Do Not Say Mystery is a josei series with the main character solving various crimes. The only reason why it didn't get a lower on my list is because it's episodic in nature, but there is a main story also going on in the background. So because of that, that's why it's my number 4, Do Not Say Mystery. Now coming in at number 3 is Oche no Ko, a doctor and idol fan who's in shock after his favorite star announces an impromptu hiatus. Little does he realize that he's about to forge a bond with her that defies all common sense. Lies are an idol's greatest weapon in this outrageous manga. Now this manga is actually by the same author as Love is War, which recently finished in Japan. Now this story, I've just heard so many good things about it. The first volume did come out this January. I haven't had a chance to receive my copy yet. Once I do, I want to read it right away. But the earlier reviews I've heard from people who got the first volume just said it was phenomenal. And those I know who've continued to read it, even though it wasn't brought in English, have also said many, many good things about this story. So because of that, that's why it's hit my number 3. Now coming in at number 2 is Help. While humanity celebrates the defeat of the Demon King by the hands of a lone hero, the Denzis of the demon world prepare for a contest of a lifetime, a tournament to decide who will inherit the title of the Demon King. Now, 3 months later, the tournament has been proceeding smoothly. Well, other than the fact that the favorite to come out on top is a human hero, Help. Now I do feel this one's kind of cheating, but this did come out this January. I read the first volume and it was just phenomenal. It was funny, it was entertaining, it had a bit of a twist where the demons are the ones that are suffering by the hands of the humans. So it's just so interesting. There's gonna be 12 volumes total for this series. So my guess within the next 2 years we'll have the whole series, but man, it was such a good first volume. This will make my top 5 of best manga come out in 2023. Highly recommend picking up volume 1 and checking out Help right away. Alright, you've made it. We are now counting down to number 1, and that is March comes in like a lion. This story centers on a solitary player of shogi and his relationships with a neighboring family. So this story was announced in March 2021 by Denpa. Not shockingly, it has not come out yet. It's supposed to now come out this March. This story is in the top 25 on my anime list. That says something of itself. It has an anime that a lot of people just raved about. This is a slice of life story. It's won a ton of awards. So I'm looking forward to finding out why people love this so much. And there's just something again to be said about a story that has not had a physical English release yet and still has made the top 25 of all time on an English website My Anime list. So that's why it has made my #1 March Comes Out Like a Lion. So those are my most anticipated physical manga releases for 2023. In the comments below, would you let me know what manga titles are you looking forward to that's coming out this year? And if you'd like to see more content like this, if you've not done so already, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That helps others know about this community that we are building together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.